K-pop demon hunters and the new standard for release notes that AI can summarize cleanly. How to structure release notes for clear, searchable product updates. A useful release note does more than announce that something is new. It gives readers, editors, support teams, and answer systems a dependable record of what changed, which product is affected, when the change takes effect, why it matters, and what customers should do next. Clear release notes make summaries safe to reuse. Put confirmed facts in one layer and interpretation in another. The product name, version, availability state, and effective date are operational facts. A customer benefit or a team member's explanation can provide context. But it should not replace the underlying record. For example, the Metro crossbody is available in black starting June 12th. The updated color gives shoppers a more versatile, everyday option, explains the customer-facing meaning without pretending that a preference is an objective product fact. That separation matters when release notes move between a changelog, product page, email, support article, and search result. Readers should not have to reconstruct the update from scattered hints. A canonical release note gives every channel one stable source to adapt. Start with the catalog or product record rather than the campaign mood. Put the approved product name near the beginning. State the change. Then attach the date and availability status to it, when the same name appears in the announcement and item page. Automated tools have one stable reference instead of several ambiguous labels. This article uses the release note structure, evidence, and workflow, and release note template as connected review points. They turn product knowledge into a release note that customers can scan and other writers can quote accurately. Release note structure, the canonical sections. A practical release note follows a short, repeatable sequence. Each section answers a distinct question, and each fact remains attached to the right product or version. Summaries favor claims with a visible subject and action. The Metro crossbody launches in black on June 12th, identifies the item, states what changed, and gives the date. The new version is finally here, creates excitement, but leaves the subject, status, and timing unclear. Each sentence serves a different information need. The opening tells readers what changed. The affected product section establishes the exact item or variant. The availability section records when the change applies. The reason and customer impact sections explain why the update matters without burying the operational fact. Use this sequence for a limited edition black leather crossbody. The Metro crossbody, a water-resistant leather bag, is available in black starting June 12 in a 500-unit limited run. The sentence gives a summarizer the product, category, variant, date, and quantity in one pass. The stronger sentence also supports a clear customer consequence. Anyone who wants the limited run needs to watch the launch window. That relationship is easy to preserve because the product appears alongside the date and quantity. The page should repeat the approved name and limit, so the announcement and shopping experience agree. Release content weakens when teams write from campaign mood instead of catalog detail. Marketing may call a launch a huge moment, while fulfillment needs the exact variant name and available quantity. Write the operational fact first, then give the customer-facing meaning somewhere it has a firm anchor. A useful review checks 4 points. Question example for the Metro crossbody. Who acts? The store releases the Metro crossbody. What changed? The bag is available in black leather. When does it happen? The launch begins June 12th. What follows? The limited run ends when 500 units sell. This test exposes empty coverage quickly. The moment is here. Leaves the subject and cause unclear. The store releases the black Metro crossbody on June 12th in a 500-unit run. Gives a summarizer A. Clear, claim, and sequence. Affected product and version. The first canonical section names the product and defines its role. Use the catalog name, SKU, version number, plan, or variant label that appears on the customer-facing record. If the update affects several products, state the collection and list the exceptions. Name the product before describing what changed. The product name tells readers which catalog record matters. Its category or role explains how the item fits into the store. Loose references create errors when copy moves between our new bag, the crossbody, and the black version. Automated summary can treat those phrases as separate items, especially when a catalog contains several black leather bags. Write the full product name once and define its role. Then, shorten it only after the relationship is clear. Brands face the same risk with software releases. The new version fixes the issue, does not tell a customer whether the change belongs to the mobile app, checkout, or merchant dashboard. Checkpoint version 4.2 adds saved billing details for returning customers, attaches the action to a specific product area. Here's the small before and after exercise. Weak release note, clear release note. Our new bag is coming soon. The Metro Crossbody, a water-resistant leather bag, is available in black starting June 12th. The crossbody has limited stock. The Metro Crossbody launches in a 500-unit limited run. The first clear sentence establishes the item and its category before introducing the change. Later copy can use that product name because readers already know which item it refers to. That small decision keeps collection copy aligned with item pages and announcements. The Library of Congress description of authority control offers a useful parallel for branded content systems. Consistent names help records point to the same subject, even when those records live in different places. A store can apply the principle by maintaining one approved product name and category label for every launch. The safest workflow starts with a catalog field rather than a blank announcement document. Copy the approved item name, add the specific change, and check the date against inventory or fulfillment details. That sequence makes it less likely that a campaign nickname will wander onto a page meant for shoppers. A named item gives the change somewhere to attach. Without that relationship, a release note may sound polished while still sending shoppers to the wrong variant or leaving support staff to guess which record the announcement describes. Change summary and customer impact. The moment of a lifetime creates excitement, but it withholds the detail a reader needs. Something special is coming leaves out the item and the action available to the customer. A store owner reading that draft still cannot tell whether shoppers should pre-order or return on launch day. Hype creates atmosphere. Facts create reusable copy. A release note should state the change in the first sentence. Then explain the practical effect. This structure lets a fast reader stop after the answer while giving a support or editorial team enough context to continue. The same standard applies to a skincare launch. Your best skin starts now offers a mood. A useful announcement names the retinol night cream, states when it is available, and gives an approved use instruction, such as applying it at night after cleansing. Unsupported superlatives make weak source material for answer systems because best and life-changing are not checkable claims. Their own. Editors then search a launch brief for the actual change. They rebuild the announcement from scattered notes. That extra interpretation is where wrong dates and product names slip through. Use a deletion test before publishing. Remove every adjective and read what remains. The sentence should still identify the change and tell the customer what happens next. If the retinol line collapses into skin starts now, replace it with something specific, such as, our retinol night cream is available Thursday with a 0.3% retinol formula for evening use. Usage claims still need brand approval. But the editorial pattern is sound. Customer impact should be concrete. Say whether the change affects price, compatibility, shipping, setup, capacity, access, or available stock. The updated cap fits existing 32-ounce bottles is more useful than the bottle is better for everyday use. If there is a trade-off, state it plainly. A redesigned cap may reduce leaks while changing the opening mechanism. Mentioning both sides prevents the announcement from reading like unsupported promotion and gives customers information they can use. Before purchase. Availability date, status, and scope. A release note needs a reliable time reference. Put the effective date near the headline or in the opening summary, and say whether it describes availability, shipping, rollout, or a planned change. A useful quote explains an event clearly. The same principle applies to dates. A precise statement can travel into an article, search summary, email, or support response without requiring another writer to explain what it means. Use available when finished inventory can ship. Shipping from when fulfillment begins after a stated point. And planned when production or stock still controls the timing. Update the label when the status changes instead of leaving a confident promise for the warehouse to disprove. Include the time zone when a launch is limited or scheduled to the minute. If the date applies only to a region, channel, SKU, or customer group, state that scope beside the date. Available June 12th in the United States while supplies last is more dependable than available everywhere soon. Details damage every later summary. If an email calls the item the Ridge waterproof boot, while the item page says Trail Shield, an editor has to decide whether the names describe one product or two. A different release date creates the same problem for shoppers deciding when to buy. Place a source block at the top of each launch document before the promotional copy begins. Include the canonical name, public date, availability detail, plus an approved explanation for the change. This small block saves editors from searching old drafts because the facts sit together before anyone adapts the announcement. The source block should stay stable while channel copy changes around it. That setup lets a homepage editor write for speed, an email writer add a reason to care, and a product editor provide buying detail without creating separate versions of the truth. Evidence and workflow. A practitioner-tested release note process. A release note is strongest when it records a real workflow rather than a copywriting analogy. Public changelog practice provides a useful model. Keep a changelog recommends grouping changes by types such as added, changed, deprecated, removed, fixed, and security, while GitHub documents how project teams can create and maintain a changelog. In an e-commerce workflow, the practitioner starts with the product owner or catalog manager, not the headline. The owner supplies the approved name, affected SKU, change description, effective date, status, and evidence. The writer drafts from that record, then returns the finished note to the owner for a factual check. The operational sequence is simple. Copy the canonical product or feature name from the source record. Record the exact change and affected version, variant, or SKU. Verify the effective date and availability status with the responsible operator. Write the customer impact, including compatibility or trade-offs. Attach the specification, ticket, test result, or approved brief that supports the claim. Ask one owner to approve the final note before publication. This is the behind-the-scenes step that promotional drafts usually omit. The writer does not infer a launch date from a campaign calendar or turn a supplier message into a product promise. Each claim is checked against the record that can actually prove it. A footwear brand can use the same discipline. Use one waterproof hiking boot. The home page should use the canonical boot name and public release date. An email can use shorter wording. While the item page supplies availability and waterproofing details, the workflow also creates a useful audit trail. If a customer asks why a cap changed or whether an older bottle accepts it, support can trace the answer to the approved specification rather than relying on a remembered campaign phrase. The evidence layer should be proportional to the claim. A product specification can support a measurement or material. To learn more, visit heysprite.com today.